Good morning and welcome to Just Between Us. It's a talk show, and we're not going to say with ladies today because my little bat Penny is back this morning, Austin, and I love him so. He's just like my grandson. I adore him. I'm Susie from Volcano.
I am Donna Lyons from Sutter Creek.
I'm Austin from Pine Grove.
And I'm Martha from my own in Jackson.
And this morning we want to say good morning to Colonel Kyle out there. We want to say good morning to Jesse. And
Jesse.
Morning, Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Afghanistan.
As always, you guys are in our prayers and in our thoughts, and we can't wait to get you home and give you a big hug.
And party.
Oh, yes.
And party. I promise Jesse a
Big party.
Party.
Yeah, and
Party.
you know what?
Yes.
And we're all going to be there. Austin, it's a pleasure to see you again.
I'm happy to be here.
You did a great job this morning.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
really have to commend you or commit you, but you're great. You did a great job.
Okay.
What can I do?
Ready? First your
All right,
topics.
let's-
Give him a couple of topics. Turn
Okay.
them all up.
Let's go for them,
All
kiddo.
right, let's see here.
Okay, read the first topic first.
Okay, holidays and special events.
Okie dokie.
Number one.
Do you enjoy going to parties and holidays with family and friends, or are you the type that just dreads all the complaining and work that has to be done to make it successful?
And the next question.
Oh, they know us so well.
Amador County.
Number 5.
Do you feel the kickback lifestyle in Amador County is what draws most people here?
Oh, God, do I have an answer? Oh, they have an answer.
Very good. We're going to take a short break and stick with us. We're going to be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage.
For south of the border cooking, come to Jose's Mexican Restaurant. Friendly service in a fiesta-style atmosphere. Jose's offers full menu, a la carte dining, outstanding combinations with tasty traditional flavors.
Just Between Us.
Welcome back. You done?
Yes.
Welcome back to Just Between Us, Austin. Our first topic.
Holidays and special events.
Did you drink this morning?
I have been, yeah.
Oh, man.
A little shot of
She's ready to
something
go.
in there.
A little bit. Do you enjoy going to parties and holidays with family and friends, or are you the type that just dreads all the complaining and work that has to be done to make it successful?
I say get tanked and you can have a good time.
I was just going to say, drink.
Drink.
Just drink.
I can tell you it is a lot of work doing some events. Like, my dad's in the studio right now, and
Oops.
every time we go to a car show, it's every Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, every time, he ends up mad because something isn't done right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how well we prepare, he's mad.
But that's the stress of doing something. You've been there. You're a writer, and you've been there. You know that if it's just not tweaked right enough, you feel, I failed at this. I've got to get this going.
You know,
Right.
I've been doing what I do for almost 42 years. And every day I entertain. That's the way I feel.
Yes.
You know, and to me, I love it.
But they want
but
you
the-
to off the stripper pole, off the table. That entertains. That's
That's
not
why
enter-
they come every day.
It's a party
That's where
at
mo-
Jose's.
That's the majority of the income there. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, baby. Okay.
Don't
let's
get her
be
started.
serious.
I think
Don't-
planning anything large in
Yeah.
a large quantity of people is
Right.
very stressful. I don't care what it is. It's stressful.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
people are going to get on edge. And then there's some people that are, like you say, your dad's probably really meticulous and wants it done right.
yeah.
Right.
And, if it isn't, he's saying, hey, we have to change this next time to make it right. So that's probably why he does what he does.
Yeah.
Well, I can
That's speaking as a parent.
Yeah, when I was working, commuting to San Francisco every day. Not from here, but when I lived in the Bay Area. My daughter was getting married. I was going to school at night, and I had to put on a wedding for 425 people.
Yikes.
It went as smooth as silk. I didn't let anything. And normally I'm the type that I get, flustered if the napkins are not folded right. Never let anything.
Pulling a big Ange.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's got to be
Big
right.
Ant. Yeah.
Her sandwich has to be made just right, too.
Oh yeah, my sandwich. But there are people that they allow that to take them over, and once you do, you're defeated. You got to learn that mistakes happen, and they can be funny and go with the flow. Who cares?
You know, I always tell everybody, nothing's going to be perfect. I don't care how hard you work. You're not the Princess of Wales, that
Yeah.
you don't have the money to make it perfect. So we have to do, in everything that I do, I just look for the best quality on each person. And
Right.
that's why I make them do. Take that
Right.
quality and make sure that that's what they're going to do because that's what they're good at.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and everybody's different. Everybody has a different quality in their life.
Well, not only that, you're right. Some people are great. They put everything on paper. They're organized that way. When it comes time to do the work, they completely fall apart. You probably find it just doing events for school and stuff,
Yeah,
that there's
well,
leaders.
There are certain people that okay, this person's going to get the work done. He's going to, push, or her, because we have a lot of very strong women at my school. But there are.
I like that he said that. I love that you said that.
Strong
The
women.
problem is that they're bodybuilders with a mustache.
No.
Not dateable, mind you,
Hey,
just
listen,
strong.
Just
No,
strong.
no.
My granddaughter Karina, she's one of those women.
But she doesn't have a
Yeah,
mustache. so
No,
she's
well,
okay.
maybe she chases every morning. I don't know. Oops, she's gonna kill me.
Wax.
Yeah, really.
No, I mean she's an explorer. An explorer
That's
is somebody
great.
that's taking classes to become a CHP.
Yeah.
Since she was 14
Oh, wow.
years old, she's
That's
been,
wonderful.
involved with
Right.
CHP.
So she's going to be the people that I have to get in trouble
Yes.
with. She's going to show
No,
up one day.
she's gonna
License and
keep you
registration.
Oh,
straight,
you won't
buddy.
get in trouble.
She's
You're a good
gonna
boy.
keep you straight,
You
buddy.
just tell her, instead of
Right,
flashing.
Dad?
She's gonna keep me straight. She
I'm
told me
Martha's
she would
friend.
give me.
Just say I'm
she would
Martha's
give
friend.
me a ticket. She's that kind of woman.
Okay, so you
Oh,
say,
really?
dropping your name's not going to do me any
No,
good. She'll still be like,
no,
you know
honey.
what?
Yeah.
She'll write me two just
Yeah.
because I tried.
Because it just
Just
Don't
because.
mention my name.
Yeah.
No, your name's going to get me in trouble.
She'll impound your car and take you to jail.
No,
You know, Martha.
that's true. Talking about strong women, I was thinking this morning of the women that had impressed me in my life. It's like Jackie Onassis,
Yeah, beautiful
Prince
lady.
of Wales, Queen Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
They're not outspoken people, and they're very quiet. And how they're
But powerful.
cow.
Yeah. Well, like Indira Gandhi, she was a very, very powerful woman, and Margaret Thatcher was a very powerful woman. They were both very, very. When they spoke, you listened. And then
And the
what's
question
the one?
was,
The young, beautiful one that they assassinated, Buttress,
how did we change?
Buto.
Me. It's my
Oh, I
fault.
don't know.
Your fault.
What's
Yeah.
her name?
What is it, Austin?
How do you pronounce that?
Buto, the one
who
that
was
they
assassinated.
assassinated.
I don't
Beautiful
even,
woman, and she was an up and coming leader and stuff. We have to go on to our
I
next
said,
one, Austin.
how did we change our topic?
Yeah, we went from
I have no
parties
idea.
to strong women. Okay.
My fault.
Yes, it was. We'll blame you.
Do you feel the kickback lifestyle in Amador County is what draws most people here?
Oh, God, yes. I have friends that come all the way from San Francisco, even Monterey, that is such a beautiful place. They come up here to the foothills to just, it's a different kind of relaxation up here. It's less hustle and bustle. It's more, kickback. And we have something going on all the time in Amador County.
that's what's fun.
People say there's nothing to do in Amador County.
yes, there
Oh,
is.
boy, do I have a surprise for you.
And then there's also the recreational aspect, like people who want to be closer to Kirkwood or all the ski resorts, but don't want to live in Tahoe where, they're getting snowed in every single
Now,
winter.
Austin,
And
let
it's
me,
expensive, too.
Yeah.
let me ask you a question, Austin, because I know for young people, a lot of people say there's really nothing for young people to do.
It's very difficult to find something that everyone can do because
Right.
until you get a license, it's really hard to actually meet with a bunch of friends and just like go to the lake because, well, some people's parents can't drive them to the lake
Sure.
at that point.
Sure.
We have the bowling alley, we have a movie theater, and then you can go out to restaurants and get dinner.
And then
It's-
the roller skating park in Ione.
yeah.
If you
I
Skate
don't
if you're a
touch Ione.
skateboard, yeah.
I cut off at Sutter Creek. That's I don't go to Ione very often. That's too far for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, there is stuff to do, but it's harder to get to it
Yeah.
than say in the city where you can ride a
when
skateboard or a
school's
bike
in,
all the way.
when school's in, then you've got everything else going on, and,
Yeah,
and
and
you buddy
school-
up and do all of that.
When school's in, it's the schools become the hubs, and then
Right.
people branch out and they can just go hang out after school. down at the ice cream emporium in Cedar Creek, or
Mm-hmm.
if you're at Argonaut, then you go to the little, what is it, the Train Depot candy store here.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You can just go to different places, but you're still very limited as to what you can do. It's
But
kinda irritating.
let me tell you something. Like I tell my grandkids all the time, if you want to do things, if you want to go to the big city and do all those things that they have done there, you need this.
Mucho dinero.
Mucho dinero, mijo, and there's no money in your pocket.
There's
So
none.
you're lucky you live in Amador County.
Yeah.
You can go fishing. You can go to the river in the summer. You can go,
big
you know.
trees.
It's still
Yeah,
getting
there's
to
a
those
lot.
places. That's what
Yeah,
becomes
well,
an
when the
issue.
kids can't drive, I understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
I
like
see a lot of couples here. I see a lot of couples that, especially on Main Street in Sutter Creek in the evening, just walking hand
Absolutely.
in hand. It's a very romantic place.
Yes,
Sutter
it
Creek
is.
especially is
And I
very
told you, don't hold
romantic.
my hand all the time.
I know, we got caught.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Well, did you hear about that gay
You're cheating
couple
on
in
me.
Sacramento?
Cheating on Austin
Yeah.
with
Where
you.
they got kicked off and made
know,
a big
really.
deal out of it. They just wanted to make money. That's all. They want to sue.
What happened?
There was a gay couple. They were overdoing,
Making
Oh.
out.
making out, and they got kicked out of the shopping center. And they just made a big deal out of it. And it's. I
Well,
don't
even
know.
if you're
I haven't heard
straight, gay,
anymore.
whatever, you don't have to be carrying on like that in public. Some
they-
people are offended by that.
Well, there's
I mean, a
not in
little
class.
peck. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
if-
time and a place, and
Yeah.
I don't care what you are, if you're gay, straight, whatever.
Yeah.
That is not my choice, and it's not for me to say or judge.
Right.
But there is a time and place for it.
Yeah,
I do.
I
agree.
think that, if you're holding hands or a hug or a kiss on the cheek, whatever, that's greeting people or whatever. And it is romantic walking hand in hand. But when you get to the point where you're heavily making out or whatever.
Get a room.
Yeah, really. It's. To
I
me,
have
it's
some friends like that,
distasteful.
and I tell them, go get a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it distasteful. I really do.
Yes.
I mean, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, like, I
Absolutely.
think that you should cut. Well, no, most people aren't going to sit there and time themselves, but 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. That's what you get for a kiss, and that's it. After that, you stop it.
Is that what you were told?
Stop
Is
it.
that
No,
what you were
no,
told?
that's just me. That's just me.
Look
Yeah.
how red he turned. Look how red.
So that's what you tell your girlfriends?
Ah, 3-second rule here.
You're on
No.
a date and you go, listen, honey, it's 3 seconds,
That's
that's
it,
it. I count.
Yeah.
He's got his watch out.
But yet he'll pick up something off the ground, 5-second rule, and start chomping on it. Okay, Austin.
I don't do that.
Poor
Yeah,
Austin.
no,
10
I
second
know.
rule for that.
In
No.
between all these women.
Poor
Hey, there are
Austin.
starving
Yeah.
children in Africa. Far be it from me to let food sit on the ground for, 10
There you
seconds
go.
and not eat it.
We got to pick 2 new topics already.
Already?
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it, Austin.
All
we
right.
got a free-for-all.
We
and
got a
we've
free-for-all, and then we got, can you do the following?
Okay.
Yes, I can. Let me see. Number 6.
Tell your...
Six.
Hey, stop it. Can you tell your friend the truth even when you know it may cost you your friendship? That's a hard
And then
one.
we've got a
Good one.
free-for-all.
We got a
And
free-for-all.
What is
Who's
our
going to do the
free-for-all?
free-for-all?
Let's...
I already got
okay,
one.
we're going to go to a break. When we come back, one of these lovely
I
people
can
are
come
going to
up
do the
with
free.
something.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Just Between Us.
Oh, welcome back. And we're ready for our next topic.
Okay, put away the gun.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
We're going to do the topic first, then we'll do you guys' free
All
for all.
right.
Okay.
First topic is, can you do the following? Tell your friend the truth even when you know it may cost you your friendship.
I have.
That's
It
very, very
depends.
hard.
I-
Depends on what the circumstance is and what you want to talk to them
Right.
about.
I agree.
Some people that are having
You were
a
too damn drunk and you sat on my man's lap.
There's not happening. Ouch.
Yeah.
No more
It
for
might
you.
cost me my friendship. Yes, that's fine with me.
That's different.
You know.
I mean,
It's
would you
co-
tell someone their husband's cheating on them or wife's
I don't
cheating
know.
on them?
Yeah,
I'll
think you
send-
should
I'll
intervene?
send them a letter, okay?
Would you, Austin?
I would. If my friend
how
had a
cute.
girlfriend that was cheating on him,
Oh yeah.
I'd tell him straight away because I think he'd rather find out from his friend who actually cares about him rather than finding out on his own.
See,
which
that's
would
what
What
just-
about
like-
somebody that's married for, say, like 20-some years and you find they have children together? Would you still intervene?
Yep.
Yeah? What
See?
about
Yep.
you, Martha?
Well,
don't
you
know.
know, I had that happen to me once. And what I did, I went and I talked to the man first. And I told him, you know, I just don't think this is fair that
Right.
I know that you're doing this and your wife is my friend.
Right.
I just don't feel that I can be your friend anymore. And it's going to cost me the friendship with, you know, with your wife because I'm staying away from her because I feel guilty, like it's my fault.
Right, you're
You
hiding
know?
something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you didn't tell her.
Yes, that was very, very, very hard.
That's why I'd rather tell them, and then your friendship's gonna be intact. Even though they're gonna be devastated, your friendship is still gonna be intact, and they just have to cut that part out of
If
their
they
life.
believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Then
they
they might
believe you.
say you're a liar,
Yeah,
blah,
if-
blah, blah, prove it.
Well,
you
that's
know.
why if it's one of my good friends who I only have
Trust
like
you.
yeah, there are
Somebody that
friends that
trusts
I
you.
actually like. I'll get involved in their lives more.
Well, they know that you're not going to be
Yeah.
handing them a line of goods. They know
Exactly.
and see, this is what is good about the youth today. They're very open and honest.
Yeah.
As we get older, sometimes we think, maybe we shouldn't say anything. Maybe we should. I don't know. To get
That's a
involved.
very touchy.
The
Depends
cheating
on the
thing.
situation.
The cheating thing is probably one of the hardest things to have to approach a friend or family member with, as well as addiction. You know, some type of an addiction.
Sure, addiction is another one.
Yeah, it's very, very hard.
because
but,
they lash out saying no,
Yeah. Right.
I can stop whenever I want.
Well, they're in
there you
denial.
go. It's do you want to stop?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. But the cheating thing is, I admire you for going to him and saying, hey, I know what's going on. Your wife is my dear friend.
And I have
you
to
need
say,
to stop that.
this is about 25 years ago, so this is a long time ago, gone, you know, that they never made it, so the couple.
Do you think that sometimes that when you're ready to approach a friend and ask them a question, I mean, or to approach them and you know, talk to them about whatever you want to talk to them about, do you honestly think that deep down inside they know that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
coming?
Yeah.
Oh,
They know it's
yeah.
coming. I mean, you've got to know if you're guilty of doing something or whatever. I mean, sometimes you're blindsided. You say, oh, I didn't realize that that's my personality. I didn't realize I was doing that.
Susie, if I would have known what was happening to you, I
You
would have
would've
told
me.
you.
Absolutely.
I would have told you,
Absolutely.
and he would not be. No, I can't say that.
Yeah.
I had people try to tell me in my first marriage, and I wouldn't have anything to do with it
Yeah.
because I couldn't catch him. I tried.
Well, what happens
but-
is you trust this person.
Yes.
You love this person especially if you've been married for so many years.
Yeah,
and
25.
you don't want to listen to somebody else because sometimes you think, oh, they just, you
They're
know,
just saying that.
they
People
just
came
saying
out of
that
the
they-
woodwork
that-
yeah.
after
They hate
Oh,
you.
sure.
we split. I was
Sure.
like, "You're kidding me?"
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we saw
Why
it
didn't you
happen.
tell me?
Multiple people.
But see, then
wasn't just
Everybody
one.
knew in town my husband was cheating on me,
but you.
except me.
But don't you find that when they come out of the woodwork
sad.
after,
Yeah.
you think, well,
I
why
would've
didn't
told you.
Why didn't you tell me? You know, you were supposed
I'm
to be
so
good
happy
friends enough.
now.
Right, women are like that. Why didn't you tell me? But I had people trying to tell me and, you know, hinting around at it, and I just wasn't going to see it. And then, you know, then reality slapped me in the face, and it was like, why? Why am I wasting my time?
You know
Yeah.
what? Everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Totally. You know, somebody was asking me last night, and I was telling you guys because they wanted to get me into dating and this and that. And I said, you know, I'm perfectly happy. I swear to you. I don't like, I'm a very hard, I have to tell the first thing that if I ever meet another man in my life that wants to be in my life, is I'm very hard to live with. I am my own woman, okay? I just don't like anybody tell me what to do, where to go, what to do with my money,
Right.
when to, who am I with, or where am I going.
You just need a very passive man. You can just kind of
I know
like,
something else you can add to that list. Something else you can add to that list. If the opportunity arises, you may have to deal with another 6 guys because I want 7 husbands to do everything I
That's
want.
right.
Why do you give her ideas? Well,
This was her.
We talked about it on the show the other
yeah,
day, and they
yeah.
said, "What's your?"
she's going to be
was
the
your
first
dream?
polygamist in Amador
Yeah,
County.
like what was
She's
something impossible that
10
can
husbands.
Yeah,
happen?
what do you
I
really
said,
want?
What do you
Don't,
really
and
want?
don't,
7 to
don't
10
forget,
husbands.
don't forget, there's 2 cabana boys on the side.
I just wanted 7 husbands. 1 to do the yard, 1 to do the cooking, 1 to do the cleaning, 1 to do the
car, fix the car.
Dopey, sneezy, Doc, bashful. You did say 7, right?
Yeah, there you go.
But not
Yeah.
angry.
There
Not grumpy.
No grumpy.
No, you need one of those.
I already had one of those.
He's grumpy.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the one that sits in bed all day going.
Austin,
Yep.
it's you kids' turn. It's your turn for the first free for all. So what do you guys want to discuss?
I think we should go with overcrowding in prisons. Just because there's so much that we can do to shrink the prison population, and all we're doing throughout the year is paying for their 3 days.
Well, they're
meals.
letting a lot of people that are in for under a year go early for misdemeanors, and a lot of the county jails now are taking people that are incarcerated for a year or so longer. They're having to put them in the county jails because of the overcrowding.
Well, what sucks is that we're dealing with huge populations of people who they're stuck there. They can't go anywhere else, and so we're paying for 3 square meals a day, their workout period, their computer access, just everything that they use. Which, let's look back a couple hundred years. People didn't have any of this stuff to use. Granted,
no,
there
when
weren't
you did
computers.
hard time, it was called hard time.
Yeah, you sat in a cage and you got to think about, what did I do wrong, or in the case of some people maybe, who am I going to kill when I get out of here?
Yeah.
But it's still, we're paying for all this, and that's all taxpayer dollars, and they're not doing any good. They're sitting in jail. They're relaxing.
have to-
That's their vacation.
I had a post last night on Facebook that says, let's put all the old people in jail. Because they get a free meal, they get,
Workout.
Medical, dental.
That's terrible.
It's
but
good. Go
when
to
you
prison.
really, yes.
But on a serious note, federal prisons, when
seriously.
Reagan was in office, he abolished parole for federal prisons. A lot of people are in there for white-collar crimes, like paper trails,
Yeah, they need
Seriously.
to go home. Yeah.
And they have mandatory minimums, which means that if you commit a crime, you are mandatory to a certain amount of time. Most of them are 10 years and up because it's federal.
Wow.
And you're stuck there. You can't get out for good behavior. And it's done. They wiped it out. They need to bring back federal parole for these people that, obviously have,
Right.
15, 16, 17 years that they have to spend. And some of them, it could have had like a thing of drugs in their pocket. Their mothers with children that are in
Oh, yeah,
prisons.
it's terrible.
And it's a federal crime, so they are now locked in with a
But
mandatory
see,
minimum.
I look at it
And
this
it's
way.
so wrong.
I feel that
It's job security. That's why they
That's
exactly
fix
what it is.
you
Well,
know?
it's government
well,
money.
Well,
They don't fix
there's some people that deserve to be behind bars.
Absolutely.
Being a
I'm
wo-
not saying that
Can you
they're not,
imagine
yeah.
being a woman? First thing I'd say, don't give me the stripes. It makes my butt look big. I'm the fashion.
Please no
lady.
orange.
No
either.
orange.
She
no
doesn't
orange.
like orange.
No orange and no stripes. I got to be fashion statement here.
Give me some Prada, at least.
Yeah, really. But I've been watching this trial. John and I have been really interested in this trial. We were watching on Court TV, Jodi Arias trial. I don't know if you're familiar with that. She shot her boyfriend and stabbed him 29 times, and
Right.
she
I
nutted up.
think I heard about it. Yes.
Isn't she the one they
Anger.
found the pictures in the washing machine?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I know who
So
it is.
it's really very, very interesting to see how it's definitely premeditated. If you've been watching it, you could tell
Yes.
that she's done a lot of that. But to be a woman and to have children and to be in the prison system, or to be yanked away from your loved ones and stuff like that, that to me is just unimaginable. How
But for
you-
years. And if it's a drug thing, if they have to serve some time, serve the time shortly and get them into some kind of a rehabilitation program.
Yeah.
Which is what we don't have in this country. We don't have a lot of those where they can just get out a little bit early and do the
Yeah,
rehabilitation.
they have some halfway houses and stuff, but I really think that we need to revamp. You're correct. We need
Yes.
to revamp our prison system, and we need to do things much, much differently. I mean, there are people that are even in our government that have done things that some people are sitting in jail for.
I
Exactly.
really believe that it all starts at home when you're a child. If this is what you see at home, a father abusing a mother, or a mother abusing a father, or abusing the children, that's what they grow up to be, and then if the education doesn't start at home, and our government should be able to help families more, where they can take care of the
Well,
their
but
children.
Martha, in today's age,
and-
just think about
and
50
not
years.
be abusive.
Right.
I heard of this program where if a woman has a child, it's called, oh God, my son just explained it to me, Catch 8, and then it's like for 5 years, and then if 5 years is up, and she ends up getting pregnant again, she gets her Catch 8 for another 5 years. I thought, what? Really?
I think when
Where did I go
Well, that's
wrong?
like-
I think
like
when
the
people become a
welfare
certain
moms.
age, you're talking about learning stuff in the home.
Yes.
When you become a certain age, I think you're capable of making a decision on your own.
think about 50 years ago, what child abuse and sexual abuse, you never spoke about it. Today, there's places where you can go and talk about that. We have to move on.
And
to
you
our
need to
next
speak
two.
up, yes.
Yeah, well, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
continue this if you want in our
Even the
next
church is
free-for-all.
speaking
I
about
have
it
another
now.
idea for one. Next topic: the joys of life.
Woohoo!
3.
That's us.
Three.
Yippee
We're
skippy.
How do
We're the
you-
joys of life.
Getting old.
How do you measure happiness, or can you?
And then we've got the other
And then
free-for-all.
we got a free for all.
Right, we'll come back on that one. We're going to take a very, very short break. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back. I'm Susie from Volcano.
I am Donna Lyons from Sutter Creek.
I'm Austin from Pine Grove.
And I'm Martha from Jackson, and I own.
Boy, see how big she is? 2 towns.
Two.
Oh, mine. Oh, mine.
Oh, boy, you
I,
really-
Two zip
I
codes.
own. I own.
That's cute.
She's got 2 zip codes right now.
There you go.
Pretty much.
That brings up a really bad joke. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
The joys of life. How do you measure happiness, or can you?
I just show you.
The bigger the smile on your face at all times.
Martha will make you happy.
You know what?
Martha makes me happy.
I'll tell you what makes me happy. If I can get up in the morning and I have a heartbeat and blood pressure, I'm good to go.
And higher brain function.
Well,
You don't want to be a vegetable.
Well, 2 out of 3 is okay. But no, seriously, I think that's happiness. I really do. I think if you've got your health and you have a good rapport with your family and friends,
I'll tell you how I learned.
and
to
a
be
couple of
happy.
million in the bank, hey.
I wake up happy. I do.
Yeah.
I wake up happy every day.
I'll
I
tell
just
you
wake
how
up happy.
I learned to be happy, and people envy that because they go, "How come you always so damn happy?" Because I already went through all the crap.
No, it's because you got the pole.
I already went through everything in my life. I have.
These are the good years.
If this happened, it happened to me. Okay.
This is
So
relaxation time.
now it's like, are you kidding me? When somebody starts complaining, I say, let me slap you upside down because you don't know. You don't know.
Ooh, listen
you know.
to her. Go on with your bad self
Yeah.
today, Martha. Listen to her.
That's,
So, it's
We
just,
need to get you a
you
pulpit.
just learn to be happy because of all the things that are happening in the world that
Yeah.
we don't know. And
We're lucky.
We're very lucky. We don't know how lucky we are.
Yeah.
And we complain
There's some
about
countries that don't even have clean water to drink. Okay?
well, it's
we're,
like
we're blessed.
That she actually made me think of a show that I watched, or a Comedy Central special, and one of the comedians saying, "You think your life is bad because you have a crap car? I have a '92 Honda Accord." Dude, if you go down to Mexico, you're gonna be lucky to get a 3-legged donkey. Okay. Don't even complain about your life. You have a car.
It's just,
There you
it's just,
go.
I think what happened, we are so spoiled in the United States, or we were so spoiled.
We're
We're still spoiled.
Oh,
We're still
but
spoiled.
I mean, we still have-
We still have running water. We still
Yeah.
have a heater at night. Most
of
of
us.
us. You
I have
read
it,
my
but-
mind. But I mean, we have things that many people don't have. Many,
Right.
all over the world, not just here. Even here in the United States, there's still a lot of people that are, very, very poor and don't have, their needs. I work very hard for my needs. Very, very hard. They don't come easy. You have to get up in the morning and have a plan of what are you going to do
There's a
today
lot
to
of-
make your life
but
better.
there's a lot of people that feel that
Positive is number one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that they feel like, no, it's my turn to sit down, let everybody else take care of me. That's not reality. you got to keep going. You got to
And the
keep.
government don't owe me nothing.
Nope.
I came to this country to be an asset, not to be an, what is it called?
A debit.
Leak.
A bleep, bleep, A-S, bleep, bleep, bleep.
Don't you think happiness is a state of mind?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's are you going to be happy or not?
Right.
You
Like-
can choose to be or you can choose not to be.
Well, it's like for me, happiness is being able to wake up at 8:30 in the morning
And have a
and
girlfriend
then-
waiting for
well,
you.
that's no.
For that 3-second kiss.
Hey, that's not public. That can go longer. No, just being able to wake up and then sleep in a little bit because I'm waking up early every morning and it's not fun and I don't like it. But when I get to sleep in and then wake up, oh, it's sunny outside. Oh, I get to go out and enjoy
Wait
the day.
till you grow up. Yeah,
Then
I'm not going to
stinks.
tell you. That's what I was going to talk on one of the topics. I was going to say nobody
How different it is.
knows how different it is as you grow
No, as
older.
You get older,
You know,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, crack,
Yeah.
crack, crack.
Yes.
Well, it's not that. You go and get all your mail and you go, oh, PG&E, the insurance, the car insurance,
Right.
the house payment, the medical bills. And
Yeah.
you just go, why am I working?
I'm going to try to get rid of it.
You
I
know,
don't want the medical bills.
So
I don't want them.
if when you're young, you learn, how to put your life in order and understand that, I think
The best
we
years
would
of your
have it
life are when you're going to high school and college. They're the best years.
when
of
mom
your
and
life.
dad are taking care of your
Yeah.
bud.
My dad's over there nodding and laughing.
yeah.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
He
buddy.
knows.
Oh yeah,
He-
and
he
they don't
pays
know,
for my
and they still
gas.
complain.
Yeah, but you know what, Austin? One thing that you have to say about your parents, they raised a great kid. You are
Yep.
good.
Thank
And you're
you.
very mature, and you have some insight that
That's
a lot
not
of
what
kids.
you said last week.
I know, but I'm just. But the camera's rolling now. But the thing is,
So you
is-
have to say I'm good.
yeah, I
No,
have
you
to say
are.
you're good.
Okay.
You are.
No, you are.
A very, very pleasant person to speak with.
Yeah, very mature.
And seems very responsible.
Yeah, beyond your
you know.
years.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's like an 80-year-old man in a young kid body.
But I think you're
That's
No,
good, though. I
you
mean
know
that in a
what?
good
I
way.
think
What I
dad
think is
own it.
great is
I
that
don't
he still wears his garanimals and stuff. I think that's absolutely
I don't
fantastic.
want to be 16 and yelling, "Get off my lawn, you young whippersnappers!"
Oh, you don't have
So you'll be the happy old man.
I'll be a happy old man.
Okay,
I hope
Austin.
so. I
We're gonna
hope
move
so.
on, and we're gonna do the next.
Free
we're
for all.
Free for all.
We're talking about Kim Jong Yuck,
Yuck.
as you like to say.
Yuck.
Kim Jong Un, our successor to Kim Jong mentally ill.
Ill. That's my guy out there, boy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, Susie don't like him.
No, I didn't like his father, who thought he was Elvis Presley, and in this one here, he sounds like
Thank-
he's
thank
got
you very much.
he's a few
you
sandwiches
very
shy of his picnic himself. I just don't think that he's. Now he wants.
You know how they speak? They don't say their L's are R's.
I don't know.
I
You know,
am DJ. Hello. Hello.
What they say.
I am DJ Not Nice.
yeah, really. I mean, come on.
I have to get out of here.
You better stop it. You've had coffee. You're not going to make it till the break.
No more.
But I mean, now he wants to put nukes over here in the United States. He wants to bomb us and stuff.
You know-
What did if you
I'll tell you what, they
Dennis
scare me.
Rodman.
They
can you
scare me.
imagine? Let me put
I
it
don't
to
care
you
what
this
anybody
way.
says.
Dennis Rodman goes over there. Now there is somebody that's very impressive and somebody that makes the United States look really good with all the hardware in his face and tattoos.
Yeah.
And I hope to God he didn't put his wedding dress on. He goes over there with the Harlem Globetrotters, which is cool. The Globetrotters are great. They're great
awesome.
for
They're the Globetrotters for a reason.
yes, they are.
Yeah.
But Dennis Rodman sits down and talks to this man, and he says, you know, our president should call him. He's a good guy. He's a good family man and whatever. And I'm going, well, it's
What are you
Rodman,
laughing
right?
about still?
It's like, Rodman, what is wrong with you? You're not representing us for the United States. Keep your mouth shut. Take some of those bolts and screw them in your lips and shut up.
Oh, no, people do
I
that.
know,
People
that's
do that.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing for the United States.
It is.
But who let him over there? I mean,
he can go over
Well, he
there.
can go wherever he wants,
He's Dennis Rodman. He can go where he pleases.
as long as he's got a passport and
But
a
to
visa.
see him sitting next to him and they're all laughing like they're buddies, and then he comes back and says, You know, he just wants the president to give him a call.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He just wants President Obama
He's
to
a
give him
nice
a call.
guy.
That's what he wants? Okay, there's
Nice
there's a
guy.
simple way.
He
If
said he's
really-
killed people, this and that, and blah, blah,
He's
blah.
starving his people
Whoever
to
was
death.
interviewing him. Who was the guy that interviewed him? I bet he knows.
Yeah.
My dad knows.
He's
Y-
Piers
yeah.
Morgan.
No, it was
No,
somebody
it was
else.
the other one.
Who interviewed him? Yeah, I can't remember.
But
But he asked him, he said, he's done all these horrible things. He goes, well, the guy I know is a really nice guy.
Well,
Overriding everything that he's done in his past, that they've all done.
well, I'm sure you could
The
find
North Koreans
people
have
that
done
said,
ever.
I'm sure you could find people that said Mussolini was a nice man.
Hitler
Adolf
was a great man.
Hey,
Hitler was a
we
great
had
man.
great news this week.
Yes. What?
Mr. Chavez has
Dead.
left
He
the
is
He's gone.
building.
dead.
There's another one that people
Yeah.
think he was great.
Well,
No.
I
You wanna
saw
know?
in the news where they were talking good about him. I went
Yeah.
like, wow.
Well, it's like Hitler. I don't know what year it was for, but Time Magazine at one point
Oh,
named
yeah.
him Man of the Year. Bet you wish you could redo that one. But with Kim Jong Un like threatening to send a nuke over here, I'm almost tempted to say go ahead and try, because you have one, we have more than 50. I'm assuming. And your nuke will take out what, half of Oregon maybe. We'll take out your entire country because that's how big it is. So
Yeah. I just don't understand it.
you will be dead.
I would have got on the phone and said, "Look, bozo, this is the way this is going to be. You want to mess with the U.S.?
You know, I
Yeah,
don't
just try it.
understand why they trying to cut the money for the military. That's pretty scary.
It is.
That's pretty scary
It's 'cause
because
we have-
our country is the most important thing in the world to protect us.
It's
you know?
because our president wants to disarm us. He wants to cut money to the military. He's trying to make friends with every nation he possibly can, which
We've got a big
there's no
target on
way.
our back.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
have a
gonna
huge
happen.
target. And then he's trying to make us, gun control, I know, but he doesn't want us having guns. That he won't come
Sorry,
out and
but
say
read your-
automatically
I would
no
like
guns.
him.
Constitution.
I would like him to come and try to get mine.
Not going to happen.
You know,
Not going to happen.
Here, you want my guns?
Not going to happen.
Let's go.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to
Yeah.
happen. No. We have, that is a whole nother topic there. But our relationship with North, like a lot of people say, well, we don't need to have people over in Germany and different places. Excuse me, they're there by a treaty. Learn to understand
understand
why
the
we're there
system.
in Japan and we're in Germany and places.
Right.
They sign treaties. You just can't say, well, I'm going to get my duffel bag and go home now.
Right.
That's not the way we work. There are treaties that were signed before you were even born that we have to oblige by. Do we need to change certain things?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Changing and dumbing down the military?
Is not
no,
one of them.
No.
We're
We
in
need to
certain-
make our military stronger. Why do they send all of that those fighter jets and tanks over to Egypt?
Why does the FBI need 2,500 tanks?
I know. I just went like, what?
Well, it's going
Jim,
to
what you saying
That was
there?
news to
It's
me
going to
today.
be. It's
I
going to
need
be
to
interesting.
go read
hey,
this.
we're going to take a short break. Come back and hit you up with our hot topics. Stay with us.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back, and we are ready for our hot topic. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think that playing violent video games leads to violent behavior? Austin, you're the youngest one in the panel. Tell me.
No, not for all. There are some cases where, yeah, the person isn't mature enough or not in tune with reality enough to understand. But for the majority of people in the world, we're mature enough once we hit a certain age that we know, hey, this is not real, this is a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it comes on a disc and we get to sit there and shoot people does not mean that we're going to go out in life and pick up a gun and say, ha, shoot
It
them.
depends on your mental state.
Yeah, and if you are mentally ill for some reason, such as I think the kid over at Sandy Hook had Asperger's or something, he couldn't feel empathy. Yeah, that's someone that probably shouldn't have been able to get his hands on a violent video game because they don't rationalize everything as well
And
as
am
they
I
should.
correct in saying that a lot of these kids, like Columbine and the one that you mentioned and a few others,
Yeah.
that they found that they were more recluse?
If you're reclusive and you're sitting in your room playing a violent video game
Right.
24/7, there might be an
Yeah.
issue.
I don't-
and I'd
I
throw
think
in some like
There has to
happy
be an age
unicorn or
limit too.
something.
There's a lot of parents that don't oversee any of this stuff.
Yeah,
I think
well, and
parents
they should.
need to,
Well,
need
there's
to monitor how long
but
they're playing
when
it,
I
too.
grew up, we grew up with cartoons that were extremely violent.
Tom and Jerry.
You know, when you watch like the Three Stooges,
That's violent.
and all of that,
That hurts.
all of that, and Laurel and all those things those people did. Honest to Pete, would you go around and body slam your little brother or poke him in the eye? You knew that was going to hurt.
Actually, people did
We,
that.
I think people
they
did
do
it.
just
I
because
know what
it's
my
fun.
brother did to
That
me.
is so funny.
I just beside.
Yeah, you
Well,
had that one.
that's why people came up with this one. Like, if you see someone trying to do that, you just fling your hand up
Yeah.
here because it doesn't work.
Yeah. Just walk
But-
around like this if you're a target.
If you know that someone's going to do that to you at some point in the day, you just, there we go. Come on, bring it.
I mean, the Roadrunner. When you drop a safe on Wile E. Coyote, you know he doesn't jump back up
Yeah.
like in
What
cartoons.
about the
Well,
nursery
we used to
rhymes?
And then nursery
rhymes are
were
horrible.
They were terrible.
Well, it's like
Mother Goose?
It's like there's cartoons that, they don't look realistic at all. With video games nowadays, they are becoming way more realistic. Like
There's
you can look at
blood.
them.
Listen.
You're slaughtering a
It's-
human
Let me tell
body. That's
you-
disgusting. And
let
I
me
do
tell
think
you-
it has a lot to do
Let
with
me tell
stuff
you
that's
what
happening.
we used to do when we were kids, okay? We made our own wood guns.
Yeah.
We made our own bombs where we had like a little can and we fill it up with flour and then we throw it. I mean, we
incoming.
did,
Yeah.
Did that mean that I was going to become violent
No,
and I was
no.
going to be a killer or I was going to
No,
go
but
and
these
kill
are
people?
violent
No.
games where
Yeah.
they're cutting off
But-
heads, slaughtering
Right.
people from head to toe.
Well,
they do affect children. I do believe they
When
affect
they are
children.
young, I think that too. Yes.
That's why we need.
And the hours that they play them as well.
But isn't it, Austin? Am I right when they
But
say
I
that
don't
they have
think-
an age limit that before
They
they
have.
can buy?
They do. The only thing is, parents who really don't care as much.
They buy their kids.
They'll buy their kids rated M video games or rated rated A video games for adults only. They'll go buy
I
those
have
games.
seen that happen. Yes.
Granted, I'm not 17 or 18, and I can't go out and buy rated M games, but I play them, and I've had my parents buy them for me. But that's because they know I'm a rational person. I'm
Right,
not someone who's
right.
going to sit there and shoot a bunch of people and then go find my 22.
Yeah.
There has to be some parenting, and unfortunately, we can't legislate that. And you can legislate the guns, but you can't fix every problem.
I think
there's
every
always going to
person
be a
is
problem.
different.
Do you
Every
think, too-
person is different.
Do you think too that we're basically now we're looking for excuses to cover, not cover, but to put a Band-Aid on certain people having problems and stuff, that we should, we need to have the family take responsibility.
Susie,
like the kid.
yeah.
that
That's what
was
we're
in-
saying. I
the
think
kid
the
in
parent is
Connecticut,
really-
his mother tried to get him help. She was even going to move to a different place because they had a facility where she could have gotten help for him. But why would she take him out on the gun range and show him how
exactly.
to shoot?
Again, parent
Responsibility.
40 years ago, just 40 years ago, 42 years ago, when I first came to this country, you never heard of these things. What the hell happened? Are we
that's what I'm
eating-
saying.
I mean,
Television, the games.
The shock value.
They're
is
learning
gone.
too much. I mean, they're learning how they're learning all these military
Is
this
it too
lingo,
much
what they do,
information
how
for
they
the
do
kids?
it, and they're learning how to do this stuff
Yeah.
by watching these video games. I don't care what anybody says. I'm absolutely against those violent games. That's just my opinion. I know you like them. I know there's lots of kids out there that like them, but I totally
And
believe they
parents
affect.
like them too.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of guys that play the games with their kids. And at first it's kind of shocking to me to see.
I've never seen any of them. So
Oh, they're
man,
horrible.
They
Horrible. Google
just
it.
killing. There's
Well,
all
Killing
it is,
women,
but
killing children,
They have,
killing.
they have games that I think one of the
especially
games.
war games. They
Well,
just
they
scare
have they have Call of Duty, which I honestly enjoy it for so long because it's fun. The storyline, you get to see some of the different battles from a different perspective. There are games that you're kind of pushing the envelope there, but if you are a rational person and hey,
Yeah.
this is not reality,
Right.
then you should be fine. You
Right.
have to go.
We're going to take a short break, come back and wrap it up for you.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.
And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back. You can reach us at 223-4877, or you can fax us at 223-4866, or you can email us at bookme@tspntv.com. You can also catch us on YouTube.
And Martha's sitting over here mimicking you, mouthing the word TSPN.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes, and
They'd
today
laugh more.
they would laugh more. Yes, they would. They would be.
La loca.
Yeah, La Loca is right.
Happy people.
The cameras just so happened to be rolling during one of the ad breaks.
Oh my
They're
God, we would
probably
be in
issue.
so much trouble.
We've had that before.
Oh
I
my
know, we've
God.
We've had a
that.
few slip-ups before.
That would be a seller.
That'd be fun. We could tape that and put
We
it
want
on.
to remind
You too.
everybody you have to leap forward, right? Spring forward, fall
Yes,
back. We have to
Saturday
spring
night.
forward.
Spring forward, 1
So,
hour.
1 hour difference.
So you have to get up a lot earlier next week, Susie. I woke up at 5:30 this morning.
Did you?
Yeah,
too.
and I posted it. By Saturday, you have to put you clock up because I
Little bit
want
earlier.
all my employees to see it.
There you go.
are
I'll put
going to
signs.
be here
I'll
on
put
time.
signs everywhere in the restaurant,
I
in
want
the
you
kitchen.
to have a good spring bake.
I hope
Besos
I
para
do.
todos mis
Bye, guys.
grandbabies.
Besos. Besos.
Muchos besos.